Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison, and today I want to share with you things that I do not think you should waste your money on, a de-influencing video. As many of you maybe know, I am doing a low buy year, and so part of my low buy challenge, I am unsubscribing from emails. I've got a whole list of videos down below that you can check out if you are on a low buy journey. But a big part of that is not becoming influenced by all the things and the ads that we're seeing on social media. So although I've cleaned up my inbox, I am still on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok. I know the TikTok shop is wild for getting people to spend a bunch of money on junk, frankly. And so this is just some things that I've spent money on, or things that I've been seeing a ton of influencers and people talking about that I do not think that we should be spending our money on. So some is from learned experience, and some is just from having a critical eye out to help us not waste our money on these things, not become the product that is social media, because social media exists just to market to us. So we are definitely the thing that social media exists for, to get us to click on that link, put in our credit card, buy that thing. And we are breaking that habit this year, becoming more critical of our purchases. Of course, there's a huge, beautiful movement around boycotting that is definitely helping me be more successful in my low buy. I'm gonna do a first quarter low buy check-in as my next video. So if you're interested in that, be sure to subscribe. I'd love to have you join along. Tell me how your low buy challenge is going if you're also doing one. And so without further ado, let's get into the first product. So the first product I want to de-influence you on is buying anything from Vegamore. Frankly, I think anything from this line you shouldn't waste your money on. I have some autoimmune issues. Some of those cause really severe hair loss, so I am always looking for products that help you grow your hair. I know this is a trigger that I get hooked in, thinking I just need to find the right serum or the right supplement. I know it's a larger issue, but again, when you see these pictures of before and after and you think you can just spend some money to fix a thing, it's definitely happened to me. So Vegamore is a very viral company that's been around, and it's been around for years. There's ads before YouTube videos, there's influencers on all the social media talking about their beautiful before and afters, and I succumbed to it. So this is, when you go onto their website, it often asks you to subscribe, that's how you get the better deal. But they also have a shop on Amazon. So about a year and a half ago, I just went onto Amazon during one of the Prime Day sales and bought one bottle just as a one-off to see if I liked it. And I will say that again, I've tried all castor oil in the hair, and that's a really thick viscous oil. If you know, you know. And this is a really lightweight serum that doesn't cause oiliness around the scalp. With having curly hair, I've talked about it, I wash my hair about once a week. So this worked great because I could put it in daily and it wasn't causing a lot of oil buildup like a lot of other growth hair oils and stuff like that do. This serum is very lightweight. This is the Grow one. Now they have some Grow Plus one that's even more expensive. This bottle is $64. So really expensive. Then during Black Friday, not this past one, but 2023, I guess, Black Friday, I bought the 3 set. It was under $164, but when I just went to check, the 3 set is $164. I used through all 3 of those bottles, and then I didn't cancel the subscription before they sent me another box. And then I was already not seeing any results with a lot of hair growth, vitamin supplements, hair oils. They always say it takes 90 days, so they really suggest using the 3-month supply, which is why when I used the one-off bottle that I bought, and I liked how it felt, I was oh, well, maybe I need to keep trying it for another 60 days and then I'll see results. I never saw results. My hair shedding was just as intense. I didn't even get like those fine baby hairs, you know, like when you're like, oh, my hair's growing back. Like if you've struggled with hair loss, you know that typically those fine baby hairs that you get around your scalp like is really exciting because you know that that's like new growth coming in. I didn't even receive that. I didn't even get that with this. So I'm just here to tell you there's shampoos, they have vitamins now, they have hair oil treatments and these serums, and they have like a whole line. Like, don't waste your money. It's super expensive. And then also the subscription. Oh, this is the last thing. Their subscription is not easy to cancel. So I subscribed, I got a set of 3. I forgot to cancel it. That's on me. I got sent another box of 3. But when I went to call and cancel the subscription, it was not as easy as they make it sound. You know, it's like you had to go through multiple people. They asked me about like how consistently I used it and this and that, and like, would I like another discount? And they were just like pretty pushy on the other side when I called, and you have to call. There's no way to actually just unsubscribe to it via email or their website, which is super annoying. So just like, a no on Vegamore, and I think all of their products, even though I haven't used all their products. This is like their top product that's supposed to help with hair growth. And so like if the serum that goes right on your scalp doesn't work, like a shampoo that like sits on your head for, you know, maybe 30 seconds, 60 seconds is like definitely not gonna have a result. So like just don't waste your money on this company. The next thing I want to de-influence you all on is the trashy take-back bags. So these, again, clearly I got hooked. You know, I'm a total environmentalist. There is a big issue with like textiles. Like hopefully you've seen those photos, especially if you're like are a fast fashion shopper. Like please like watch some documentaries, look into it, just like the piles of textile waste that are across the globe. Like, and there are many things that you don't need anymore, you don't want anymore, have holes in them, have stains on them, and you should not be bringing those to the thrift store, right? Like, I don't want to bring those to the thrift store. I know the thrift store is going to throw them away. I shouldn't make my local thrift store do that labor for me. I need to deal with it. I wish that consumers didn't have to deal. I don't think that consumers should. I think the manufacturers should have to deal with the waste of their product. That's like a very like circular economy, environmentalist point of view. But anyways, the trashy take-back bags, I've seen all the ads by them. They definitely targeted to me because being a conscious consumer and an environmentalist, it's like right up my alley. For this past Black Friday in 2024, I got the like 3-pack, which is typically, it's like $60, it's $20 a bag. And so what it is you can put your clothing in it and they will recycle it for you. But then what you get is an equal value of buying the bag. So you buy the bag for $20 and you get an equal value in $20 of trashy cash. And so this like, I was like, okay, well, like, I hate that I have to spend this money to deal with this, but I really don't want to just like put it in my trash that like goes out to the curb. I don't want to be bringing these items to the thrift store because I know they're just going to end up in the dumpster in a landfill ultimately. Like, there was a really great deal. Again, I was getting hit by all the ads. I got influenced and I bought a set of 3. Now, I will say, this is the 3rd bag. My 2nd bag is like being loaded, right? There's like the kitchen cloths, again, like the t-shirts, and it's both my husband and I's like clothing and socks with holes, whatever. It's like really nice to be able to have a place to put those things where they're actually going to go be recycled. So I do believe that this company actually recycles them. I asked a bunch of people on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I would love that. It's at Simply Allison. And some people also have like used it with success. And so the company seems to check out. Why I am de-influencing you to not buy this is your trashy cash is not at all, I think, how they actually market it. They market it as like you will get gift cards to then shop at these other like all natural conscious brands, right? So I I spent less than $60, but right now the 3-pack of the bags is $60. And then you're supposed to get like $60 in like gift cards to these like conscious brands. Now that I have I've sent in one bag, our second bag is being filled. So I have like $20 in trashy cash right now. And I go onto the trashy shop, which you don't have access to until actually you've already purchased your bag. So that's one, like, I should have known. Like, they don't actually show you like how you can use it and what the trashy shop is. And it's all like for discounts, which on a low buy journey, that's so frustrating, you know, because it's like, oh, like cash in 10 of your trashy dollars for like, you know, a $50 off purchase of $150 for this brand. Well, so like I have to spend $10 to get 50 off, but I have to spend 125, or like spend $10 and get, you know, $20 off your first order. But it's like, to hit the shipping minimum on that brand, you have to spend like $50. It's just, do you see what I mean? I hope you understand. It's like, it's not a clear one-for-one. It's really frustrating. I have like $60 of trashy cash that's all going to push me into spending more money. And I should have known better. And I didn't, because I wanted to be good about my textile recycling. And this one I just feel like so angry about, because it's like meant to be like, you're a conscious consumer, and like, then you get to use these dollars to support other brands that are like, you know, and the brands in there are like, you know, sustainable, organic, like they're pretty, I haven't heard of all the brands, so I can't like vouch for all of them, but like, you know, they're brands that are like intriguing. But again, I don't want to spend $60 to get like coupons and like discounts on things. Like, it's so frustrating. Don't get your trashy bag. I don't know what we're supposed to do with these kind of textiles that we don't, you know, need, and your thrift store definitely doesn't want. And there's only so many like t-shirts you can cut up to use like as rags to like wipe down your countertops instead of like buying paper towels, which I also do. So it's just like, I was looking for a solution and trashy ate it. So don't succumb, especially if you're on a low buy journey, because these dollars are not one-for-one. Next on my list is physical books. So the other thing I love to talk about on this channel is reading. I love to talk about reading. I love to talk about the books that I'm reading. I will link some of those videos below, or check out my channel. Again, subscribe. I would love to have you. So like, reading is something I love to do. It's something that I'm consciously doing more of to help me break the habit from like being on my phone and scrolling and mindlessly shopping, things like that. I like watching BookTube and get recommendations from people and things like that. And I know, again, influencers, we have to have like a critical eye on like, they are not reality, they're not the norm. But I feel so strongly that like, we do not need to be spending hundreds of dollars on books to have like a wall of a book, you know, your bookshelf behind you. I hear some booktubers talk about they'll like listen to the book on audio and then they'll buy the book as the trophy. Like, why? Are you ever actually gonna read it again? Like, I do have physical books in my house. These are from the past, now that I'm becoming a more avid reader and I'm reading, you know, closer to like 4 to 5 books a month. I know that's small in the world of BookTube, but it's a lot for me. Like, I'm not buying books, and I've made videos on that, on like how I hack the system with, you know, like Libby and the library and online apps and audio version. Anyway, so like, there's content on that if you're like, wait, but like, I love to read, and like, I just pick up a book or two at Target when they're on sale, or like from my local bookshop, or whatever it is. Like, I'm not saying don't read. I'm not saying don't have books. There are so many beautiful resources as of now, like the library and things like that, that we can get access to books for free. And if there's a book that you just love, Like last year, one of my top books was like The Midnight Library. I love that book and I'm thinking about it a lot and I want other people to read it and I sometimes want to go back to it. And so it's like, maybe that's a book I would actually buy because it's a book I could see myself wanting to read again in a few years, and I guess I could rent it again from the library. But it's like, if you're going to reread the book or reference it, if it's some kind of like, obviously like a cookbook or something like that, those are all different. You know, most of the time, the novel that you read, the romance, the cozy mystery, the witchy book that I'm reading, like I'm reading them, I'm enjoying them, I track them in my Fable app, and then I don't need them. I don't need them in my house collecting dust. I don't need to spend money on them. I can get them for free from these beautiful resources. So I just really feel strongly that like the obsession with like the trophies of books and like that being so consumer heavy and then needing all these bookshelves and then needing cute ways to style them, it all just like feeds into this overconsumption that like I don't think is necessary to enjoy the hobby. So as I was thinking about things that I wanted to share with you to de-influence you, that I'm hoping I can save you some dollars on, I don't have the bottle anymore, but I definitely bought this product. And I bought a 3-month version of it because it's, once again, it was a hair supplement. It's Nutrafol. You may have seen the ads. It's still going around. I tried Nutrafol before I tried Vegamore, so more maybe like 2 years ago is when I tried Nutrafol, maybe a little longer than that, but they're still out there flowing around for men and women with hair loss. Now they have like a 40 plus for like women with perimenopause. I tried the 90-day supply. It's also a subscription. That subscription was easier to cancel, so we'll give that to Nutrafol for sure, but they have very much like naturopathic approved and like again all the beautiful like before and after photos. It's very like aesthetic, the packaging, you know, which I love beautiful things, so they hooked me in there. They hooked me in with the before and after, and again just like feeding on my desire to like fix this problem, right? And that's like what marketing does, is like, oh, you have a problem, let me fix it for you with this trashy bag, with this hair serum, with whatever it is. So trying my best to be more critical about that and catch myself in the act when I feel that desire of like, oh, this could fix a thing that I'm uncomfortable about, or it's promising this thing that I'm struggling with, like hair loss, and just trying to calm that part of my brain down. One of my low buy rules is I have to let my cart sit for 3 days. That was not a rule I had for myself 2+ years ago when I first tried Nutrafol. So like, I feel like it doesn't happen as often anymore with these rules that I've put in place for myself for my low buy, which has been super great. But all that to say, again, I did the 90-day supply, you know, which is like three packages. For one bottle is like $79 and for a 3-month supply is $224. I don't know if it was that expensive when I bought it. Like, it was 2+ years ago. I'm sure I bought it during some like super sale or something like that, but I remember it being expensive. So I'm sure it was like high, but I don't know if it was like $224. But honestly, I can't remember. That's what it is currently. So like, if you're getting targeted by these ads, like, I hope that, you know, it doesn't get you, because again, from a person that suffers with hair loss and has tried it in the way that they suggest, which is like, don't get one bottle, get a 3-month supply. That's how you'll really know, and all of that. And I did it and I didn't see any benefit. So that when I was able to subscribe, I remembered to unsubscribe before they sent me another batch. So I didn't get another box of 3 bottles of it. I didn't get recharged. Canceling the subscription was a lot easier, but just totally recommend not trying Nutrafol. I don't believe that it works. All right, the next 3 are things that I see a lot online, and I haven't purchased them, but I know that they are more like viral products that people get really influenced into buying, and I just don't think that we should be spending our money on them at all. So the first one is any kind of pH balancing lip gloss, lip balm, lipstick. Like, I have never seen anyone put on a pH balancing lip balm or any of a lip product and it not just turn raspberry pink. So like, I definitely do not choose to wear a raspberry pink like lip color. I like more browns and neutrals. If you like raspberry pink lips and that's more your vibe, I'm assuming you probably already have a lipstick in that color or a lip gloss in that color. So I just don't think we need to be spending our money on the gimmick and like the science trick of pH balancing, because it sells that it's going to be like a unique match for you and your pH. And if you look at the pictures, like, it's just so wild to me that it's always raspberry pink. Like, on every single like skin tone person, like, it always turns raspberry pink. Like, it's what I believe is that like the color pigment is activated by body temperature, and all of our body temperatures are within like a very similar range. That's how the human body works. Like, we all have like a very similar range, unless you're like running a fever or something. But anyways, like, so it just turns pink on everyone. Like, don't waste your money on it. If you like to wear pink lipstick, great, but you probably already have a pink lipstick, so you don't need to buy a pH balancing lip product. And this goes for like every brand, every variety of lip gloss, lipstick, lip balm, lip stain. I think it's a gimmick, and I don't think that we should be spending our money on it. All right, the next one, I haven't seen it as much in the world on Instagram. It seems to be very, very viral on TikTok, but I do see it here on YouTube, people talking about it, and it's these jeans that look like sweatpants. Specifically the ones from Rag & Bone that are like $188. And then of course, like all the dupes that have come from these being so popular. Like, I love a comfy pant. I work from home. I wear joggers and leggings and linen pants. Living here in Joshua Tree, like, Western attire is very popular. So like going out for the night, going to, you know, a bar or something like that, wearing jeans is like the vibe. And I love to wear my jeans and cowboy boots and stuff like that. And so I love to wear jeans, but like, I don't think you're tricking anyone. So like, this is my like, you know, just loving like push to you, is that like, if you want to be comfy, like, just let yourself be comfy and get some, you know, like trousers or slacks or even jeans that have some spandex in them. Like, our bodies fluctuate, our bodies change. I love to be comfortable. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, I honestly think like you're not tricking anyone. I've seen some of the videos where like, you know, people swear that people think it's actually jeans. Like, it is a screen printed jean picture on sweatpants. Like, you're not fooling anyone. Please don't spend $188 on these, or even money on the dupes. Like, those are probably even worse. I can only imagine. But again, I have not bought these. I've just seen them, and I understand the like desire to have a comfy pant, but it's just like, just have your comfy pants and then wear your jeans when there's time to wear jeans, and like, don't try to make them be one and the same. I think that your bank account and your style will thank you for not giving these viral trend a try. So my last item that I want to de-influence you on is just all of the kitchen storage gadgets, all the plastic, acrylic, like, again, this is something that trends way more on TikTok than it does over in the world of Instagram. Also, I'm a child-free woman. I think this is something that trends way more in the world of, you know, moms and things like that, mom influencers, and is a world on social media that I don't hang out in because it's not relevant to me. But still, like, I have a home, I'm an adult, I need to organize my pantry, I need to organize my refrigerator, so I see it, and I also see it here on YouTube. And I just think, like, just know, again, that like influencers, and I've shared like affiliate links down below on the very like few things that I've talked about on this channel, but it's like, when they're just filling their drawers with needless nooks and crannies and little dividers and containers that they take other containers out in to put in, it's so wasteful. There is so many unneeded resources being used to create more like a thicker plastic, that you're taking your plastic crate that your berries came in to put in this other plastic, thicker plastic, to then stick in your refrigerator. Like, our earth doesn't need that. We need to be more conscious about our consumption. Like, no one's coming over and wanting to like look at your aesthetic refrigerator. It's very much just like a trend and a way for influencers to have more links that you click on and I click on that give them affiliate, dollars. So let's just not, like, find things like, when I get a nice box from maybe like a skincare company, like, use a razor, cut off this, the top of it, stick that in your drawer to like organize things in your pantry. Like, I do that all the time. Like, use like really heavy duty cardboard or cosmetic boxes. I mean, like, we can get creative with the things that are in our house. No one is coming over and like videoing, like the jars and the things that you have. It's just not needed. And if you think with a more critical eye when you're seeing those reviews or those reels or TikTok videos on it, I think we know that it is an influencer that has overconsumed all of those items so that then they can have a bunch of links that send us and other people on the internet to use so that they can get affiliate dollars. And when you think about it in that way, then it's like, it's easier to be like, oh, okay, like, that's not what most people's pantries look like. That's not what most people's refrigerators or bathroom drawers look like. We do not need an overconsumption of containers. Maybe there's a small handful of containers that you do need that can really help you in your kitchen. Nothing wrong with that. I've got some jars for like our dried beans and rice and things like that do really help with like organizing in my pantry, but there is no overconsumption of a ton of acrylic and plastic containers that I've bought on Amazon. We do not need to be spending our money on those. All right, you all, so that is my list of items that I'm hoping I de-influenced you on to help save you some money, because we work really hard for our money. I'm sure you do too. Like, I work hard for my money, and our dollars have a lot of power. So we want to be spending our dollars consciously, consuming with intention for either our pocketbooks or being in line with our values. Either way, I hope that this helped you retain some of those dollars that you work so hard to make, and encouraged you to shop more consciously. Again, if you're interested in following along my low buy journey, I'd love if you subscribed. My video next week is going to be my Q1 check-in on my low buy journey of this year. I also have videos down below to help with ending mindless shopping. That could be a great next video for you to check out. I will leave that linked below as well. Or if you want to follow me and my life here living in Joshua Tree, California, you can follow me over at Simply Allison on Instagram, and I'd love to see you over there as well. So again, I hope this video helped you, and I hope to see you next week. Bye everyone.